Before I start, I'd love to know, where are you listening from today? Drop your city or country in the comments. It means more than you know to see how far these stories travel. This is a story about the deepest kind of betrayal, the boundaries we build to survive it, and the moment I finally chose myself over a broken promise. I trusted them with my heartbeat outside my chest. My dog, Milo. A rescue with one flopped ear and eyes that saw straight into my soul. I was being deployed for 6 months. Not a choice, a duty. My greatest fear wasn't the desert. It was what would happen to him. My sister and her husband promised. They swore. He'll be our son. We'll send photos every week. He'll be waiting for you, fat and happy. I handed over his favorite worn-out toy, his special food, a printed list of his routines, my voice breaking. Thank you, I said. This means everything. For 2 months, I got photos, Milo on their couch, Milo in their yard. Then the photo stopped. We're just so busy, they'd text. He's fine, stop worrying. I came home 3 days early, a surprise. I went straight to their house, my duffel bag still on my shoulder, heart pounding with anticipation. My sister answered the door. Her smile froze, no barking, no scratch of nails on the floor. Where's Milo? I asked. She looked at her husband, then back at me. We had to rehome him. The words didn't make sense. They hung in the air like a bad smell. You. What? He was too much work, my brother-in-law said, shrugging. He chewed a chair leg. We found him a nice farm upstate. He has more space. They gave away my dog, my family, my flesh and blood, my 6 months of dread, of praying for his safety. They gave him away like a piece of furniture that didn't match the decor. This is the pet betrayal. And if you think a promise is a bond, you haven't seen it shredded for the sake of convenience. The betrayal doesn't begin with the empty house. It begins in the sacred moment of entrusting. You have a creature whose love is absolute, whose world is you. A deployment, a medical crisis, a temporary assignment, life forces your hand. You need a guardian. The ask is monumental. Become this vulnerable life's everything. You choose family or your closest friends. You sit at their kitchen table, your vulnerability laid bare. I have nowhere else to turn. Their faces are painted with earnest sympathy. Of course, they say, he'll be part of the family. Don't give it a second thought. They may even seem excited. They make promises that feel like vows. Weekly updates, vet visits if needed. We'll love him like our own. The handing over day is a quiet funeral. You pack the favorite blanket, the half-empty bag of treats, the medicine. You hug your pet, whispering promises into their fur. I'll be back. Be good. I love you. You feel a wrenching guilt, softened only by their sworn oath. At first, it seems okay. A blurry photo texted. He's settling in. Then communication becomes slower, shorter. All good here becomes, he's fine. You sense the distance in their tone, but you choke down panic. You're being needy. You're a burden. You don't want to nag the people doing you a colossal favor. The hook is the quiet dismissal of your concern. The way your gentle, how's he eating, is met with a terse, fint. The way your request for just one more picture is forgotten. You feel your profound responsibility becoming their minor irritation. Then, the return. You arrive, breathless with anticipation. You call ahead. I'm on my way to get him. There's a pause, a hesitation. Can you come tomorrow? We're out. But you go anyway. You have to. And you find an empty space, where your pet should be. No bowl, no bed. The silence is deafening. Their explanation is never an apology. It's a justification, delivered with a casual cruelty that steals the air from your lungs. He was too high energy. He didn't get along with our cat. The kids lost interest. It was just a lot. They recast your beloved family member as a problem, an inconvenient package they were storing. They didn't just break a promise. They demonstrated that the life you cherished was, to them, a disposable chore. The betrayal is the realization that the trust you placed in them, the trust your pet placed in them, was never a sacred pact. It was a casual favor they felt entitled to revoke. Worse, they often frame it as being for the pet. He's happier now, as if their failure was an act of superior compassion. The hook isn't just the loss of your animal. It's the annihilation of your trust. It's the proof that in your moment of absolute vulnerability, the people you counted on saw not a sacred duty, but a burden to be offloaded. You gave them a living piece of your heart for safekeeping, and they dropped it at the first roadside rest stop that seemed convenient. The unraveling is a poison that spreads to every relationship, every memory of your pet, and your own sense of judgment. First, the frantic search and the wall of indifference. You demand details. What farm? What's the number? Who did you give him to? They are vague, defensive. I don't remember the name. It was through a friend of a friend. Your panic, raw, visceral, is met with annoyance. You are overreacting. He's fine. You realize you're not just fighting to find your pet. You're fighting their complete inability to grasp the magnitude of what they've done. Your family and social circle fracture. Some rally to you, horrified. Others minimize. It's just a dog cat. They did you a favor. It was a lot to ask. Your profound grief is painted as drama. You are isolated, made to feel unstable for caring too much. The betrayers often play the victim. We're being attacked after all we did. They reframe their negligence as martyrdom, the haunting what ifs. Every night is torture. Is he scared? Is he cold? Is he wondering why you never came back? You look at photos and the joy is gone, replaced by a gnawing anxiety. Your happy memories are now tainted with the horrific unknown of his present, the erosion of all trust. If they could do this to a defenseless animal, what are they capable of doing to you? You see every past kindness they ever offered in a new, suspicious light. You question every relationship. Who else is this shallow, this capable of such casual cruelty? Your world feels unsafe. The legal and emotional powerlessness. Pets are often considered property. You may have no recourse. This legal reality mirrors the emotional one. You have no power. They had all the power, and they used it to discard what you loved. The helplessness is a constant hum. The most painful part, the betrayal of your pet's trust. You feel you failed him. You chose the wrong guardians. You handed him over to wolves in sheep's clothing. The guilt mixes with the rage, creating a toxic stew of self-loathing and fury. The unraveling ends with a deep-seated cynicism about human nature. You see promises as hollow words. You view offers of help with immediate suspicion. You build walls so high that not even genuine kindness can easily scale them. You are left with a phantom limb of love for your pet and a chilling certainty that people are, at their core, selfish and unreliable. The awakening doesn't come in the initial shock. That's the injury. The awakening comes later, in a moment of stark, unbearable clarity. For you, it's at a county animal shelter 3 months later. You've been searching online daily. You visit shelters in a wide radius, a hopeless pilgrimage. And then, in a cold concrete kennel, you see him, Milo, thinner. The light in his eyes dimmed, replaced by a weary confusion. But it's him. The shelter says he was brought in as a stray weeks ago. The nice farm upstate was a lie. They dumped him. He sees you, a flicker in his eyes, a tentative tail wag, then a frantic, whining, crying recognition. He scrambles against the kennel door. In that moment, surrounded by the echoing barks of lost souls, the final veil lifts. This was never about a dog being too much work. This is about the fundamental difference between custodians and guardians. You are a guardian. Your word is an unbreakable bond. Your love is an action, a duty, a forever promise. They are custodians. Their word is a convenience. Their care is conditional, contingent on mood and ease. Your pet was a soul entrusted. To them, he was a temporary responsibility, a piece of emotional luggage they checked at the first opportunity. The awakening is the calm, cold fury of understanding. You have been speaking the language of forever to people who operate in the dialect of for now. Enough, you whisper as you sign the adoption papers to reclaim your own dog. You are done entrusting sacred things to casual people, done mistaking blood for integrity. You don't just feel anger. You feel a profound, settling certainty. You will no longer outsource your heart's keep to those who have no vault. From now on, your love and its protectors will be guarded with a fierceness that matches their worth. For everyone else, you will offer the polite, distant trust one gives a stranger, and not a shred more. The fight back begins not with a scream, but with a solemn oath. You are fortifying the sanctuary of your life against those who have proven they belong outside its walls. The fight back is about creating an impenetrable system of care, so your trust and your pet's life can never be gambled again. Secure your pet. You get them back. You pay any fees, drive any distance. They are home. This is non-negotiable. The legal fortification. You immediately have your pet microchipped with your not current information. You create a formal, notarized pet trust, or a clear, legally documented guardianship plan that designates a vetted, paid professional, a boarder, a vet tech, or a proven niche friend as the sole guardian in any emergency. Family members who betrayed you are explicitly legally excluded. The guardian vetting process. Anyone who might ever care for your pet must pass a test. They do a trial overnight stay at your home. You observe their interaction. Do they follow instructions? Do they engage with genuine affection? You trust actions, not words. The professional network. You establish relationships with a reputable pet sitter, a boarding kennel you've toured, and a vet who offers boarding. These are your first resort, not family. You budget for this as a non-negotiable expense, like insurance. The blacklist. The betrayers are placed on a permanent, unwavering blacklist. They are never allowed unsupervised access to your pet, your home, or your vulnerability again. No becomes a complete sentence. GPS. Tracker. You invest in a quality GPS collar tag. You know where your pet is, always. Camera network. You have Wi-Fi cameras in your home, visible to you when you are away. Digital paper trail. All communication about pet care is via text or email. No verbal promises. Public shaming, optional but potent. You decide if the social consequence fits the crime. A calm, factual post. After my deployment, I entrusted my dog Milo to family. They gave him away without my knowledge. I have since reclaimed him from a shelter. Please let this be a warning to carefully choose your pet's guardians. Let their character be judged by their actions. Therapy for betrayal trauma. You acknowledge this as a profound betrayal and seek help to process it so the poison doesn't seep into your future relationships. Redirected love. You pour all the love and protection you feel into your pet. Longer walks, better food, more toys. Your relationship deepens because it has survived a war. The fight back is won not when the betrayers apologize. They may never understand, but when you can look at your pet, safe and sleeping at your feet, and feel a wave of peace instead of panic. Your preparedness is your power. It means you have taken the responsibility for your heart's safekeeping out of the hands of amateurs and built a fortress around it. You do not emerge less trusting. You emerge as a strategic guardian. Your trust is now an earned privilege, not a default setting for family. Your transformation is from hopeful dependent to sovereign protector. How cool. Your love is a kingdom, and you are now its vigilant, wise ruler. From this, you draft the Guardian's Accord. Accord Clause 1. The trust is earned, not entitled principle. Blood relation or friendship grants zero automatic rights to your trust. Trust is now a credential earned through demonstrated consistent responsibility and empathy. Past behavior is the only reliable predictor. Accord Clause 2. The professional first policy. For any planned absence, your first call is to a vetted, paid professional pet sitter or a top-rated boarding facility. Family friends are the backup to the professional, not the other way around. Paying for a service creates a clear contractual obligation that favors do not. Accord Clause 3. The legal documentation mandate. A Madras Dog's formal, written guardianship plan is as essential as a leash. It removes ambiguity and emotional pleading from emergencies. It states, legally, who decides and who does not. It is the ultimate boundary. Accord Clause 4. The technology as your ally rule. GPS trackers, cameras, and digital logs are not paranoid. They are prudent. They provide objective evidence and peace of mind. They extend your ability to protect. Accord Clause 5. The vulnerability audit. You conduct an audit of your life. Where else have you placed sacred things, your dreams, your secrets, your emotional well-being, in the care of casual people? The pet betrayal is a symptom. Apply the Guardian's Accord to all areas of vulnerability. Accord Clause 6. Become a resource, not just a cautionary tale. You use your hard-won wisdom to help others. You advise friends on setting up pet trusts. You recommend your vetted sitter. You become the voice that says, let's make a plan, so others may avoid your pain. Accord Clause 7. Sovereignty over sentiment. This is the core law. The well-being of those under your protection is your non-negotiable duty. Sentiment, guilt, or family obligation cannot be allowed to compromise that duty. You are the final and only line of defense. This sovereignty is your most sacred responsibility. The final transformation. You are no longer haunted by the empty house. You are fortified. by the secure home you have built. The pet betrayal didn't make you cold, it made you unshakably diligent. You lost faith in easy promises. You gained a protocol for sacred trust. Go and be a guardian of your own life and all you hold dear. Let your standards be a filter for the people around you. Those who prove themselves steadfast, hold close. Those who treat sacred things as disposable have shown you who they are. Believe them and guard your kingdom accordingly. So tell me, what do you think? Was she right to choose herself, to build those walls, or did she go too far? I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts. If this story touched you, please like this video so others can find it too. Subscribe for more stories about finding strength when trust is broken. Thank you for listening.